I do. I said, okay, send me all your CDC, send me all your CDC hat and t-shirt. It took her 3 days to send it to me. She can send it. Then I took a picture and sent it to a friend. I said, the person that your friend, check. Who are they? I saw a picture, she all a Unity partisan in the street. So I sent it to her. I said, are you there? She said, oh, daddy, yeah, you know, that somewhere, but please forgive me for God's sake. So we'll do a lot of things for God's sake. Whether you're Unity partisan or you're sedition. That's why in our government, we all work together. I said something on the Facebook. One official of government, I sent a message to him. I said, you don't need to speak. I sent a message to him. I said, you don't need to speak like that. Because when you are in opposition, remember you're asking for food, you're asking for food. To worship with you.
We have seen a systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye, even when the sacred hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the Unity Party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. But seditions, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even a stronger storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Cruton to Peaceville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Sastown, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Bouaka administration. And that institution is the Mate Coalition for Democratic Change. We have seen a systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye, even when the sacred hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offered no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem.
Well, let me say a pleasant good morning and a warm welcome to your program. Talk About It on Kings 88.5. On Talk About It, we discuss issues of national concern. We bring them on the table and for you there in Radio Land, the time to be a part of the program by putting forth your comment, your suggestions and recommendations, the way forward. On our best, we can move our country, Mama Liberia. We disagree though, but we find a common ground and force ahead as a people. Please be my guest. My name is Israel. Well, we are here. Today is Friday, the 13th day of February 2026. And this is the weekend edition of the program, in continuations of our breath celebrations through the month of February. Let's take a gist of our theme song. Come back, of course. Let's do some little talking about Liberia. Well, thank you so kindly. Thank you so much. Let me say good morning to the peace-loving and resilient people of our dear country, Mama Liberia, across the 15 sub-political division of the Republic of Liberia. I greet you all with clarity and extension this morning. Those of you across Montserrado County within the 17 electoral districts, I'd like to say good morning. Maybe you're on your way to your school campus, your business area, you're also ground, or for that special occasion or that special interview, you're on the keke, you're on the motorbike, you're on a private or commercial vehicle, and you are in tune to Kings 88.5. Let me say good morning to all of you. Those of you following us across the country, let me say good morning to you following us by radio or the social media. We'd like to say good morning to all of you. Those of you following us in the diaspora, let me say good morning to you. And it is indeed a great pleasure and a great opportunity to be here again, so that we can talk about Liberia. So let me begin by greeting, greeting my wonderful students, my wonderful people in class this morning. Let me greet them. This is customary. It's part of our program routine. That's how we do it. That's how we roll it this morning. So let me say good morning. Vanessa Gionba, welcome. You're there in Niku Town. Amara Jala Kamara. You're there in Brussels as usual, and you always like to greet the peace-loving people of Salaya District. Achitape, you're there in Dallas, Texas, USA. Samuel Nake Zuba, you in Australia. Fatou Sharif, how are you? Sensi Kazulu, how you doing this morning? Golo Lud, you're there in Australia. My plow friend, I know you're doing pretty well now. Cooling and Banks, you're there in the Moton Corner, Broville. Tatos Renning Nuch Jiple, you're there in Jacobtown. Josephine Satamwa Amicia, you're there in the USA. It's been a while, Jojo, but it's good to hear from you. Natus Ophelia Ste, how are you? You're there in Patrick Dead Patrick Community. J. Lawrence Swa, how are you? You're currently watching from Broadway District 17. He said, is coming back. Anna Kekula, you're watching from Bond County. Jerome T. Freeman, you're following from Grand Bassa County, specifically Lac Hospital. Solomon Collet, you're following from Nimba County, Yekepa. Charles Weah, you're following from Jacobtown. George Johnson, you're following from Douala. Oscar Ziegwen, you're following from Gompa City, Nimba County. Solomon Slewion, you're following from Johnsonville, Quelle Town. Isaac Vasi Smo, you're following from the FDA area there. Joseph King, you're following from Congo Town XKD Boulevard. Jeff Genoway, you're following from Zweju Genjida County. Josh Johnson, you're following from Douala. Agatha Glasgow, the class prefect, you're following from the RIA row, where the Common Citizen Children live. Fingal Village. As a matter of fact, you just came fresh and ready from Ghana, and you went there. You saw where your mom used to be. Yeah, it was awesome. You were looking at Ria Fantigue. Yeah, Akwaba, welcome. Yeah, Nathan M. Jebada, how are you? You're there in Greenville City, Sano County. Setu Jabo, you're there in the Kaga Town, Johnsonville. Andrew T. Nangwe, you're there in your resident in Thoms of Community Township of Kawe. And the rest of you, let me say good morning. Augustine B. Doda, you follow from the People's Republic of China. I see my son Sebastian George, you follow from Nipo Street. You're fucking travel. Next, back in July, the next labor will be you'll be in Syria. No. Vanessa P. Nimna, you in my give the next play the ball will be the Sebastian ball, George ball. You will just say the ball in Syria. The next time again, you just say in Iran. You can go small places. Oh, can see a record without George ball. Today on the post street, tomorrow you're checking. Oh, you just say in Baraswa. But it's good to be a Labyrinth. It's good to be. I thought to pass here this Friday on this weekend edition. To just talk to you a little bit. I'm hoping to talk with the pastor on it. But it's good. It's good. How was the holiday with you? It was awesome. You had a wonderful flag day. It was great indeed. Too many things are happening in the country. Too many things are happening in Liberia. And you are following. You are following. You will be the judge. Like what George Weah said, you will be the judge. You can see it. You're living with it. You're experiencing it. You've been affected by it. It has changed your mindset, the way you think. And it's a simple thing that I like to say to all Liberians. I was standing with, most of the time I stand with the young people, and I'm opportune to share with them. We will argue the issue. They say, you are the George Weah people. I say, I'm the Liberian, for the Liberian people. All right. It just because we see George Weah as the face that was, moving our country on path with the Committee of Nations, and George Weah was on path. He was the reconciler. He was the one that was tolerating everybody in regards of your geography, your political affiliation, your religious creed, your upbringing, So he was that person that was for everybody. He was for everybody. And that is why you see people come to the realization that then George Weah was then better. Though I didn't vote for him, I voted for the Unity Party. But from all indication, George Weah was better because he tolerated all of us. He accepted all of us. There were no differentiation. There were nothing, putting differences between us. He tolerated. That's why he might have had his own shortcomings. And he said that everything was not roses, but he was engaged with every Liberian. So the clear picture, the difference that Liberians are looking right now, it is not what Joe Baka will do. Joe Baka can bring the skyscraper. He can pay all the roads. He can allow his people to steal all the monies, break down the rule of law. But the Liberian people are resolved. Their minds have already been. You know why? Because they read between the lines of the Unity Party and that of the CDC, Joseph Human Bakat and George Weah, in terms of who really have the people at heart. And people will tell you, George Weah got the people at heart. Joe Baka have the people at heart. 1 second. Yeah. Okay, sorry. It is the man of God. I'm going to talk to him shortly. Okay, so let me see if I can get this thing over. Class, 1 second. I beg you. I hope I get it in. Okay. I beg you, class. Just give me this 1 second or 1 minute. Beg you. All right. I just want to do something here quick. I beg the class. Be sharing share the show. Share the show. Invite. Invite. Yeah, go ahead. Invite ERRC. PRCKS. Yeah. Yeah. I come in. Okay. Class. So sorry for that. I'm trying to share because I want that pastor to come on. So I'm trying to share the link with him. But let me quickly say happy pre-birthday to my friend and brother. My very good friend and brother. Let me say a pre-happy birthday to him. Tomorrow is his birthday. He is the CEO of the DTV Online Liberia. Tomorrow is going to be his birthday. Vincent Dassey. Vincent Dassey celebrates his birthday tomorrow, and I want to dedicate today's edition to his birthday. Congratulations, Vincent Dassey. Tomorrow we're going to have a wonderful time together, and so we'd like to say congratulations, my brother. Celebrate in Grand Star. God bless you. You live long. So, like I said, I will get the pastor connected. But what I said to a few Liberians, especially to the area that I lived, motorbike before, no, you will not see motorbike side churches. You will not see motorbike on the main road. You will not see motorbike all around the place because they were then going all about the place. So I sat with some young people and I start to quiz them. I said, why people will say George Weah have the people at heart, and Joe Baka will say Joseph Baka have the people at heart, and George Weah he doesn't have the people at heart. And the thing is simple. And I said to them, there is this big difference. Why when Joe Barker can go up, he come down. Look, the Liberian people are a different group of people. There are simple things you will do to them that they will keep at the back of their mind. They will not forget. They will not forget. They will not forget. Because they had their laybacks ready for 6 years. Their backs were there for 6 years. They were right there for 6 years. And they were for you for 6 years. And they were against the one who tolerated them for 6 years because of you. But the one who tolerated them for 6 years left them to that position. Knew that their houses, some of them were along the island. But they didn't go there to break down the roads without their knowledge or engaging them or giving them compensation. He tolerated them for the 6 years they were there, but they were not for him. They were in his government for 6 years, but they were not for him. He tolerated them. Instead of pushing development strictly to his county, he started pushing development in Lofa and Nimba. He started pushing development in Bapolu, in Bomi, in Bong, in Grand Girep. He was not pushing it in Grand Crew. He prioritized his people. He carried the David spirit that I will build the church of God. I will beautify it. Then before God beautify me, my own house. He carried the David spirit of leadership. I will not build my house and the church lay in one side. No, I'll beautify the church. When I get through building the church, then God will build my house. He carried the David spirit, the Nehemiah spirit. So I said, they said, but boss, you, we were here for 6 years. Jawia, we were not for Jawia. Jawia left all here for 6 years. We were here for 6 years and we were for Joseph Barker. We were in Jawia government, we were for Joseph Barker. And we voted for Joseph Barker, knowing that we will even have double of what George Weah did for us. Boss, you, if Joseph Barker won't move us from here, do you think it is the best way that the way he's doing it and the way to move us? I say, you asking me? He said, I'm asking you. Is it the best way for him to move us from here? We voted for him, not for George Weah. George Weah were against George Weah, but George Weah don't want they can be here and pull off us of this place. No, he allowed us. But the man we were all dancing around in the poo-poo water, the man came to power. The man not even call us. Let me tell you, Liberians, there are simple things you do to the Liberian people, they will not forget. They will not forget. Simple thing you do to them, they will not forget. So 6 years you were there. George will not tell you. There were community roads that George Weah was building. He told the public works minister, chip it. Is there a way to chip it? There were churches in the alley, along the alley. George Weah, they didn't break it down. He said, chip it. Example, there is a church right to Jamaica Road, inside Broad Street. When you go in, you get down to Car Factory, you take a motorbike, say going into Broad Street, you park by the Latter-day Saint Church. There is a church owned by Bishop Smith. Bishop Smith Church, I slip up the name. Bishop Smith Church. Right in the corridor there. George Weah say, you're chippy. Nobody break it down. It was to be broken. He said, chip it. That community road. Chip it, don't break it. Chip it. There were roads that the very Coffee Woods man, the Coffee Woods, who is one of the advisors to I think one of the advisors to Joseph Barker. Coffee Woods used to be around here, woman all the time. Ask them. When they were paying the road, the area going inside Looking Town, they broke down houses? No. No. They were building the side wall. They didn't take the people's houses. They didn't break them along the road. Because the road is for the people. And the people are the ones to celebrate the roads. John Weah said, chip it, don't break the poor church. Chip it. Don't break the people mosques. Chip it. Don't break the people's school. Chip it. It's not that George Weah know it's not supposed to be there. But he tolerated his people because it was built for the people. Even if he's going there to break it down, the people will be part of it. They will play a participatory role. How can you vote? How can you go against somebody who didn't go against you? Who allowed you? Who tolerated you? You caused them. You insulted them. You work in the government. They allow you to be. And you were behind a man who you felt would do double of what George Weah did. Today, Joseph Boakai came now. He's after you. He's after the church. He's breaking down churches. He's breaking down mosques. That is what I'm bringing up, Pastor. That's what I've had my own disappointment with former President Madam Salif. I don't know how many of you listened to the former president. And that thing Madam Salif said, she's a Christian. You don't dare play with the church. And I expect bishops and pastors to come up and respond to Madam Salif. They close their mouths. And you think what Madam Salif said, it was a good thing. It was a direct insult to the church. Direct insult. And I'll play her voice. When you went on ERBC, you saw what she did. So she, at certain time, you know that Madam said, at certain time they say, nobody might play speaker. Nobody might be playing loudspeaker or pole in front of their church. Are you killing me? Go to Saudi Arabia. Oh yeah, go to Guinea. Oh, the people got their tweeters in from their mosques. It's playing. Nobody tell them to color it. Nobody tell them to color their own speakers. The different mosques in Guinea. In Saudi Arabia, you can do it. I tell again that the people should start playing loudspeaker. They're embarrassing other people. You don't know that Christian nation yet? Because of greediness, because of wickedness, you turn our country around. You change the name from Christopolis, City of Christ, and you brought it to a phony name that today we are slaves, we are subject to that name. You can go to a country where Muslims are dominating and few Christians are there. You tell the people, say they might reduce their sound. Who dare burn you? Who dare burn you? And today, you will vote for Boakai and John. We are tolerated you that you're crying all around the place. They are breaking down churches. And I will listen to Madam Salif talking about they are small churches. They are not part of the order, the old order. You think that everybody will be part of the fraternity? You think that everybody that go to church will go sit down with you and you do demonic things? If not everybody will be part of the old order. What is the old order? What have the old order done for Liberia? You kept this country, you put our flag in Daryl hand, and he sat with it in the sand. And then you talk about old order. And I see you pastors, I see you bishop, none of you open your mouth to tell Madam Salif you are in the wrong. What? Who told you to desecrate the church? Who told you? The grace that carry you, Madam Salif, you don't know that God? Don't you think you carry your own grace? You call the church those small churches, and they just be anywhere. In fact, it's a small churches. They're not even part of the old order. What are you telling us? You all sit there, you know. Oh God, you all sit down there. The thing they can do in different countries. That's what they want people to do. So she told us, Joseph Boakai, break it. So breaking your finger now, you see Master me passing around. She's excited. Why she didn't break all the churches down? One man said he didn't break all the mosques. But she encouraging Boakai. Hands will be there. The other thing will be there. We all are church people. It's not everybody. Not everybody. People are church goers. Not everybody are church people. And those who down for Joe Boakai, today, they are the one that crying. You think I don't care what Joe Boakai do. Those people will never forget in their life that the man we care ourselves for, we went against a boy. We went against somebody who did nothing to us. He allowed us. We caused him. We abused him. That boy kept all over there for 6 years. The people who we care ourselves for, that he can the next morning say he won't bail our brother in 2 months and breaking our shops. You see the difference? You see now? Boakai is breaking down your homes. He's breaking down your shop. He don't care. He doesn't care about it. He doesn't care. He said, I don't care about 2029. So it means he doesn't care about you, your survivability. He doesn't care about your livelihood. He's not coming back. That's what he's saying to you. So I will break anything down. I want to leave back legacy. Is that legacy? When the people who are supposed to celebrate your legacy are all in disarray and they are frustrated and beaten butter, and you say that legacy? Because you sit here You say Liberia, that Christian nation. When the Muslim wake up, they say they want holiday, you're shouting all around the place. I've had to say that your power buried land and brought it here. When the Muslims say they want holiday, you're roll. No, Liberia bear on Christian principles. Listen to the thing those that they say about Liberia. It's everybody that will be part of the old order. What have the old order done for this country? Your old order. I want to listen to Madam Sally. That's why I'm bringing the men of God. I want to listen to Madam Sally. And the bishop, they sit down there and allow Madam Sally to go free without responding to her. So Madam Sally is encouraging Joseph Baga to break down churches. Say they're in the alley. Because they're in the alley, they play anywhere. Because they get money, they put sign all around the place, embarrassing people peace. When Madam Sally get to know about embarrassing people peace, you don't know that the church pray for this nation. You don't know it's because of the church. That you govern for 12 years and John Weah got to get you free power. Look, you see, I'm not the type of, that's what I came from the commission that is so blessed. It's so different from all of you. But I'm from inside Christendom. I will not be that stupid crew man that I will search and know what is wrong and I can't talk about it. No matter she's the Maradona or I call her the man Solomon, Madam Sally had no right to push our church into the old order. We know the old order. You think that everybody will go up there? Nobody know. That the church made you, Madam Sally, still living. You don't know. You don't know. And you are telling Joseph Baga is going to break all the churches and they're in the alley, they're making noise in the community, they're embarrassing people peace. When you ask Madam Sally, get to know about peace. When our mothers, that is why you didn't bear them any shelter. You dine and wine with Joe Baca and you pass around every program you go there as a former president because you want to look like you are the God. What's wrong with these people? You know how many years the old man used to pray for Madam Sally was? She get it that somebody will put tarpaulin up. People of God praying right in for your house for the country. Mothers, people who are older than you, who have seen many years, and you are the grandchild. They are interceding for the country. They are right before your house, before that fish market. They will pray. Madam Sally, get in your car to go to work. It was a man called George Weah. It was a man called George Weah that said, we will build something for these old people, for our prayer mothers to intercede. It was George Weah. It was George Weah. George Weah didn't come and say, church is not supposed to be on the alley. Even if they're on the alley, let's break it down. No, he told his popular word minister, dodge it. It's a way possible to bend a road. Go right to looking down, go right looking down Broad Street. Go there. Yeah. Bishop Smith Church, who have been clear that whole thing. George Weah said, bend a road. Just don't touch the church, bend it. If it means that we will bend. I don't want to be the one that will break down the worship place of God. I have value to faith. I believe, I respect religion. You see today, all of you that said George Weah was not better, George Weah was not good. Today, he is the one that you are not pointing finger to. So, oh, God forgive me. All of you are asking for God's forgiveness for George Weah. George Weah hold nobody in his heart. George Weah said, you want me to talk now? I'm not going to talk. You are seeing it. You are hearing it. It is part of you. You are feeling the pain. You will be the judge. You will be the judge. I'm not the one who will be the judge. You will be the judge because you are the one that feeling the pinch. You know what I mean? For somebody to tolerate you and you hate them, you wish them death, you want them to die, you want to erase them, they tolerate you, they allow you, they feed your children, they pay your husband, they send your kids to school, they give you business money, but you wish them to die because you are in the interest of somebody who want to get in their position and you wish them all of the evil. And at the end of the day, the one who you are praying for, you're going against for another person, that person comes back and start to pay you with double evil. Your shops, your marketplaces, your homes, your land that they are taking from you people, and you are all around the place crying. Nobody can hear your cry. Nobody can listen to you. Nobody can hear you. And I'm hearing you saying, yeah, Joe, yeah. No, Liberians will not forgive Joe Baca for this action. It is a good thing for us to bear rules. I support the bearing of rules. I support the bearing of roads, connectivity. When we get good roads, goods and services, people will commute. Our revenue generation capacity will increase. But I'm saying, if the people who democracy is for about, if they are not participating in the process, then it means that bearing of roads is for nothing. You are not bearing the roads for spirit, you are bearing the road for human beings. And if they are not part, you see, that is the secret. That is why today everybody is crying for George Weah. Joseph Baca can pay all the things. At the end of the day, the people will bring George Weah back because there is no comparison. You can't compare George Weah and Joe Baca. George Weah carry heart for people and for country. Joseph Baca, for him, he's here to break it down. He only concerned about legacy. He want to leave back legacy. And I'm talking about 2020 now. I'm talking about legacy. I want to build new generation. No. How can you build new generation in frustration? How can you build a new generation when there is no place to lay their head? How can you build a new generation when there is no place for the people to worship their God? How can you build a new generation when there is no place for the people to worship Allah? And the mosques are broken down and churches are broken down. And you say they are polluting the airway with noise in the community, when it is on that principles that our nation was built, that you live because of the grace of God and men of God were praying for you. You have the proclivity and the audacity to come back and desecrate the church and call us because we are smaller, tiny church and we're not even part of the old order. That's a gross disrespect to God. That's total disrespect to the God we serve. The church, the mosques, and they can be cussing. No, they will put their speaker and all other community people complaining. But you don't know that this is a Christian nation because of greediness. You turn the constitution. You say secular state. You don't know we were. I don't blame you people. I blame the fathers of the land. Insensitivity, I've carried them. Greed, I've carried most of them. No love for God. They got love for themselves, love for their pocket, love for luxury things, love for sitting on committee boards, sitting on different boards. That is the love they got. They ain't got love for God. And that is why you see Joe Baca them, Madam Sally them will come and they make Margaret of the church. They make Margaret of Christians. They make Margaret of Muslims and say, hey, if they more than two, they can be causing now with their home. Joe Baca can bear all the rules. The Liberian people already carry a simple mindset. Oh, I want to see. Oh, 1 second. I'll try to see as the air try to come up. I don't know. Okay. Okay. So I'll talk to the man of God. He's a bit here. I will talk to him later on. I will talk to him later on. But I try to give you something. That is the man of God there. Good man. How are you, sir? Okay, I think I mute your mic. How are you, sir?
How you coming on? God bless you.
Okay, sir. All right. I'm coming to you. So that's Pastor Eric P. Ricks. Eric Patrick Ricks. So like I said to you, Librarian, I'll play the voice of Madam Sally so you listen to her. And I told you clear cut. If Joe Weah can tell a minister, chips out the church, don't break it. Look at Bishop Smith Church right on Looking Down Broad Street, right on the road, right in the curve. But John said, minister, chip that road. Don't touch the church, chip it. Bishop Smith is still living, his church is there. The public work minister, they didn't break down the church. It was right on the road. Why do you think George Weah consider it? Because we must tolerate our people. In subsequent time, when that church begin to grow numerically, spiritually, and financially, they will matriculate to a better land, leaving that place and post school there. So if we had a former president who claimed to be a Christian and telling us we are a tiny church, and moreover we are not part of the old order, it's a gross disrespect to the church. So which old order might be part of? Oh, because we all again go up there, so that why we're not part of the old order? No. Listen to Madam Salif. Let me play her voice. Our interview she on EFBC. Sorry, but listen to the former president.
We cannot have every place, any place they want to put it. They just can't. In many places, there's a disturbance to people who have their homes and they live in their homes, and they have to listen to all of this. It's not fair to them. There got to be, again, through the zoning, there got to be places where you can put churches. Not because there's an empty piece of ground that the person who owns it sells it because they don't want to develop it or they cannot develop it, and they sell it. And then the church decides they will put it there. And they have no rules, no regulations to stop them. They put it there. Look how many churches we. Yes, we all are good Christians and good Muslims. We like mosques, we like churches, but we like for them to be orderly. We like for them to be in a system that is systemic. Something that tells you, yes, you can build a church here. Other places that say you just can't, because by doing it, you are infringing on the rights of others. And so, in a certain way, I'm affected by it. It's not just the city. You've also got lands like in Marshall, like in other places where the same type of thing on land issues become an issue, and it becomes something. So there will have to be some citizens' action. Citizens' action means those with properties who have this infringement may need to get together and appeal to the government to make sure there's zoning, to make sure that these things, that there's some restriction. So this does not in any way means any restriction, any infringement on religion,
Absolutely.
or on Islamic thing. It doesn't mean any infringement. It simply means, just like businesses, we don't want to see businesses just start anyway. If you have so many houses in a compound, you want to see somebody just say, okay, I'll sell my house and I will give my house to a water treatment plant or a car washing plant, and that person comes there and cars are coming in, and there's got to be some ruling on that thing. So I just hope that with all due respect, all the churches who are built there, many of them are small churches. And churches.
You listen to her? She said, with all due respect to the churches, many of them are small churches. Many of them are small churches.
That are built so quickly,
Built so quickly. She said many of those churches, they are smaller churches, and they just build in quick within the twinkling of an eye. Listen.
So quickly, and they're not part of the old order, if I may put it that way.
They are not part of the old order. Many of those churches are smaller churches, and they just building quick, and moreover, they are not part of. So, which old order, Madam Sally, talking about? Which old order? Which kind of old order the former president is talking about? Why she, Madam Sally, were not breaking everybody's churches around? Why she were not breaking all the mosques? And you are telling Joe Baka now to break down and say churches just bay on the road, they just bay in the alley, they just bay there, and they just get those small churches there, they just bay them quick. In fact, they are not part of the old order. And I see many of you bishops, I see many of you apostles, I see many of you evangelists, prophetess. You are tight-lipped, nobody bringing the former president to order to understand that this country was built on Christian principles. It was called Christopolis. You changed the name to Maru because you wanted to be greedy. And you come back. When our people are hurt, when the man who they voted for today, he's breaking down their homes. They are homeless. They are displaced. You're not talking to him to compensate. Why you man said you are not breaking everybody else down, right? Why you are not breaking churches down in mosques? But today you are talking Baka and you are calling out. So, but I got the man of God on the line. I got the man of God on the line. He was one of those that were very critical. He was one of those. He's one of those. Or he's the only man of God I've heard. Maybe there were other Liberians that came on his video and responded, yes, supported what he was saying. But I thought to get him on the show this morning so that we can rub shoulder. He can have breakfast with me politically, but in a more religious manner as we discuss the issue. Man of God, Eric P. Ricks, let me say good morning again, sir. Welcome.
Yes. Good morning. And good morning to all Liberians.
Okay.
It's
How
a
are you?
pleasure to have me on your program.
Very good.
I thank God, I give God glory.
Man of God, I saw you on your live, but this issue also concerns me, especially when I hear the former president talking about churches, mosques, they infringe on people's privacy in communities. The other countries, Arab countries, you go there, the Pope, all on this church, all on their mosques. And you talk about the issue of smaller churches being built and they build them quick. In fact, they are not even part of the old order. What do you make of the statement from the former president?
Well, I think it's a blow. That statement alone, it undermines the word of God. I think Madam Salif is someone that I follow, encourage my congregation to vote for her. And I've been following her. She's a mother.
You say you encourage your congregation to vote for her?
Yeah, I encourage her. I've encouraged congregation to vote for her at that time. To say smaller churches, she's not the final authority to say that. The final authority on earth that rules both the heaven and the earth is the word of God. And the word of God teaches us that we shouldn't despise a little beginning. Every little Johnson never became Ellie Johnson today. She started from the mother womb.
Mm-hmm.
The mother gave birth to her. She started crying. She started sitting. She started walking little by little. So love is a process. Nothing starts from the top. Everything has a foundation. The churches you call in smaller churches today, please go back and see the churches that you call bigger one, how they started. So when she said that, I felt disappointed. I felt ridiculed. Because the church is not a religious place. The church that represents the kingdom of God is a country. And this country is not like the country of Liberia and other countries. The country has a government, but this government is a person. It's not a group of people, it's a person. Mm-hmm. And he's called El Shaddai. He owns the government. So he has written his letter to his sons and to all his citizens, which we call the Bible. The Bible is the kingdom constitution that regulates their lives, how the people of the kingdom should live. If you check from scripture, especially in Matthew 28, the final authority by creation right, the earth belongs to God. It doesn't belong to me. It doesn't belong to Ellie Johnson Salif. It doesn't. We all on the earth, we are privileged to live on the owner property. He only loaned his property to man for a period of time. But by creation right, everything belongs to him. In Psalm 24, the Bible says, the earth is the Lord's. So he the rightful owner. So he determined where church should go and where church shouldn't go. So when Madam Ellie Johnson said smaller churches and citizens should gather, listen to her very carefully. So I said, no, it's not right. You are not a rightful authority to say that. God is saying, go into all the world and make disciples of every nation. That word nation is a Hebrew word translated Enoch. Go and make disciples of every individual that you can see. So church or churches has the right, wherever they can find a land and they think that they can establish a building where God will come and reside in the building to make life. Ellie Johnson forgetting that the church is very important to the earth. The Bible says we are the salt. It says we are the salt of the church. We are the salt of the world. We are the light to the world. If you take on light, there will be chaos. So intending to remove churches and regulate it by your authority is wrong.
But the
so
former president said, indeed, there is a need to regulate and furthermore, you're big churches all around the place, all in the alley, and you're disturbing people in the community, and you're not respecting people's rights. Not that only church mosques are doing the same.
Yes, that's what I have problem with her. My problem is why she can't stop all the nightclubs. There are so many nightclubs in the country. Why she can't talk about regulating nightclubs? Only churches. I believe that Mother Ellie Johnson Sirleaf has been against the church from his section. If you look at the story, look at the history of Ellie Johnson Sirleaf. Why did she bring Queen of Sheba in the nation? What was her purpose of bringing Queen of Sheba? You need to do her regime. She stopped Bible from being taught, pastor from preaching in buses, and being taught in school. So if you look at these things, I don't think she's a Christian. She may be a religious woman, but she is not a citizen of the kingdom. But I want her to know that every action there is an equal reaction. She's not fighting men. She tried to fight God, the creator of everything.
But where government wants to put the road, Madam Sirleaf said you on the alley, they will need to break your church. If your church is there, they should break it down, your mosques. Where you can build church anywhere, you're battling anywhere, you're build church. You're disturbing, she's a church goer, and you're not part of the old order. You're not part of the old order. Do you know about the old order?
I don't know about the old order, but I believe that I am part of the new order, and the new order is Christ. And Christ ruled the world. He's the Lord of heaven and earth. No matter who
just to leave the road. That is why, because you're not part of the old order. Your smaller church, you can pay your church in less than 5 days. You're finished pay your church. You're small. So she want you to give way.
Well, I want to say to Madam Ellie Johnson Sirleaf, whatever you have said is wrong. You have to rethink again, because intending to take the church from wherever they are, you are fighting against God. And I can tell you can't fight against God and win. So please take time. I remember a history concerning Jotay. When Jotay became a police director in this country, he never knew that there is a higher law. And the higher law say wherever you go, when you see the house of God that is built and planted with an altar, you shouldn't break down the house of God. There are sin unto death, and there are sin that is not unto death. And he started breaking churches down. We all Liberians saw the result of Jotay, how he ended. So I want to appeal to Ellie Johnson Sirleaf, don't move the celestial against this nation, against the church. The church is the left wire for the country. It's the church that protects It's the church that brings peace. It's the church that sustains the peace within the nation. Intending to move the church, it will corrupt the nation.
But one of the things, men of God, one of the things the Madam Salif said is that churches been built into unsuitable residential areas without zoning laws or the building regulation, and in those residential areas, the noise, they infringe on the rights of other citizens. Is there any law that you don't build churches in residential area? Those people, I don't know whether they are church people, but you don't build churches around there. Is it because it would embarrass the people? Will your speakers, your judge, your people?
I think we need to ask Madam Johnson. We need to ask her that particular question. She needs to answer that question, because in different places, it's not only limited to Liberia. Check other nations. Churches go to where they have capacity to buy their land, and when they buy their land, and they have the right to go ahead, it's related.
I think, men of God, if a Muslim was being a residential area, I noticed that they even build mosques there. When they build
mosques there, they pay exit,
but they stay there in the residential area.
Oh, Ellie doesn't have to tell us why. Why is the president talking? The former president talking about disturbing? What she mean by that? She need to re-identify what she's saying and redefine what she's saying, because I don't think she's going to the right way.
But the government now under Joe Baka is not thinking anywhere church stand. When they say you in the alley, they will break your church, your ministry, they will break it down. You on place, I need to be there, they will break it down. They even want you to start playing your loud sound. They say you're embarrassing people in the community. So I'm still wondering, who are the people in the community? Are they pagans or are they Christians? Who you're embarrassing?
Well, if the president Joseph Boakai did necessary, then you go ahead. But I can tell you, you will regret when you do that. Because I said again, according to creation right, God has the right over his property, where to place his church, wherever he want to do on this, that we are only stranger on the earth. We don't determine where to put church.
So
and I want to advance
the church, you can build your church anywhere, in any location.
You can build your church anywhere, any location that is suitable. Yes. I think it's against the law. I don't think it's against the law of Liberia, because Liberia, according to our constitution, it was built on a Christian principle. And this nation is called Christopolis, the city of Christ. While now an individual is getting mad and saying that churches are disturbing. If you remove churches, do you think the nation will go right? Where the armed robbers, the Zogos? No physical people can take up Zogos and armed robbers from the street. Only the pastor, the preaching of the gospel is for the transformation of the people of the land. So rooting the church is rooting our civilization. Rooting out the church is destroying the nation, destroying the community.
Men of God, I don't think Madam Salif might be.
So Ellie Joseph Salif need to go back and yes.
Madam Salif said to have a more orderly urban residential area. This issue of freedom of worship, it should not infringe on the rights of other people. Where people got to watch it. There are other people who don't go to church, so y'all want to build church all in the area and the noise and this and that. Other people embarrass them. She feel that it's embarrassing other people. Your speakers, your keyboard, your praise and worship, the way you celebrate.
So what can we? Okay, let's look at. Can we also glance at different nightclubs? Do you know how many nightclubs in the country that play loud noise? People can't sleep. Come to Dubois Junction. There is a new established place that is there. People don't sleep in the community. Why Mother Ellie Joseph Salif is not pointing out those things? Only churches. It's not physical. This thing is spiritual. There's a spiritual implication behind this thing. Because if you're talking about North, then the bar, the nightclubs should be targeted. Why should you leave the bar and the nightclub and target only church and mosque? That's my question. Why?
Let me ask you, men of God. Because when you people go buy
Yeah.
land, I show land authorities, sometimes we go there, people from public work. She said sometimes the church y'all put it on the road, on the alley, and you know, and you're not supposed to be there. But I don't know whether Madam Sally times you were breaking churches that were even closer to the alley. But you're saying, but beside the alley, my own concentration is on the issue of
They never
saying
did.
smaller churches have been built, they have been built overnight, and they're not part of the whole order. They make noise, they're not supposed to be residential area. So these are some of the things I'm concerned about, because I don't support church being built on the alley. That one is obvious. But I remember church that was built closer to the road. Joe, we have time they didn't break it. The public works minister kept the road and left the church.
But I think every nation should be regulated by laws. What regulate a nation, what regulate its people is the law.
Mhm.
We have public work. I believe a church cannot just go into a community and just decide to put church without any surveyor, let people coming. The
Okay.
public work, can we build this place? So we shouldn't be blamed. You blame the government for regulating where we should put our church. If they're on the alley, no, you can't put your church, please put your church this way. So we shouldn't be blamed. Eli Johnson should talk to the government, not us. The government should
But let me
regulate us.
Let me ask you, men of
Tell-
God, do you support churches being built on the alley?
Well, I may not do that because the alley, I don't believe that the alley should be placed to build church. I don't believe
Okay.
it. That's why we
And you
have
think the
public work.
church,
That's why we have
will
public
not be brave to go and build on an alley, knowing the fact that they say they pay the alley also to build on the road? You think the church will not do that?
The church will not do that because the church is a moral institution. We teach moral. So we can't go against the law of the states. Even
Okay.
though we are law-abiding people. So we can't go against the states. The government was instituted to regulate laws. So we as a law institution, we can't go against, we can be disloyal now. The church is not disloyal.
I see we open the lines. I see some people say you can build church anywhere. But then I still ask the question, why the Muslims build residential area, they can build mosques there?
No, you can build church in residential area. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
But on
matter.
the alley,
You
I will
don't
not.
embarrass the people?
No, you can embarrass the people.
You will not be infringing on the rights of other people?
How?
Probably the person is not.
Who is the creator?
God is a creator.
Why are you calling infringing on the right of an individual? Where all life, no one can exist. So the one that gave you life require you to serve him, and you call it his service not, it's an insult to the Almighty God and to his kingdom. It's an insult. I take it as an insult. You cannot stop the church. I can say to anyone, any government, the church cannot be stopped. He said, I build my church and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. No one can stop the church. And I want to caution that our president, Joseph Boakai, don't listen to Eli Johnson Sirleaf. Why was he president? Why he never took that step?
Hmm.
Why was she president? Why she never took that step? Her purpose is to defeat Joseph Boakai. And I can tell you, Mr. Boakai is a child of God. He's a responsible, born-again man of God. And Joseph Boakai will not listen to someone that is against him and against. Do you remember that Eli Johnson Sirleaf said that Joseph Boakai will never be president? Are you the final authority to say never? So Joseph Boakai is wise. He will never listen to anybody.
Joseph Boakai is wild, but Joseph Boakai breaking churches and mosques, he's breaking them down. He ain't waiting for you. He's wild.
I'm warning him today now. While I'm live on the air. I'm warning Joseph Boakai. There are certain things you don't touch. If you touch it, then you spoil a government. Because then you involve God. The God that should defend it, God will move your hand.
Okay.
Mr. Bwaka, President Bwaka, I'm Pastor Eric P. Riggs. I love you, and I want to tell you, if you are in the habit or you are involved in breaking down churches, please refrain from doing that because it's not well for you and the country.
All right.
It's
So
a
now
risk. It's the risk.
let's open the telephone lines and take some calls. I know Ed of Philip W. Barron Jr. Who told you say the man is a CDC man? Who told you? When I black you, Jen, and then you say about. Who told you the pastor we invited on the show that CDC man? Who told you that CDC man? You heard that you voted for Joseph Baka all, I mean say Madam Salif all time. When I black you now, and then you say about. Please don't do that. Let's take your calls. Let's open the telephone lines. Pastor Eric is stay yellow. Open the telephone lines. Because Madam Salif said it. Madam Salif said making noise. You want to be a church and thing and northern thing. But why the Muslims can build residential area, they can put mosques there. I mean, yeah, you be asking you. Then why they can put mosques? And not because they won't watch it, they Allah that God. Let's take your calls. Let's hear you. But let me take this brother on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Israel. Am I on to King 7?
Yeah, you live on the radio. Let's hear you.
Well, my name is Barak, and I call from Congo Town.
Okay.
This statement from Madam Celine was unfortunate one. But we all know Madam Celine is not a Christian. You know, there are true Christians, some fake Christians. The fake Christians are the ones that put their foot with the Masonic, different demonic organizations, and then they claim to go to church because they know Liberia is a Christian nation. So you got to act like you're associating with Christians to get there, to win their support and loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
She's just trying to show who she really was and really is. The madam is not a Christian. You know, there are many people who are desiring that the madam be dissipated from this world already. But the very person that then holding all this string, giving her strength to walk, that the person she want to mock. And the person she want to mock. I just wish she end this year by mocking this person. Watch it.
But Barak, the former president said that churches been built in these locations, they cause excessive noise pollution, they disturb citizens, and it's unfair to homeowners, people who own their homes.
Yes, you see, the matter is wrong, right? Most of the churches have their speakers and stuff. Most of them can be indoor.
Yeah.
Few ones can have their home sometimes outside. But it takes mutual understanding between the people in the environment and the church. If I am in an environment where the church have their home outside, right? I walk to the church to say, can we have the home please in the church, in the edifice, so that it doesn't disturb other people outside, so that it be in the church. It's a mutual understanding. If they say no, then you gotta go to the law. If they say no, you gotta go to the law. But you should remember too now, the same way Manasserin were advocating all right, insulting president when they want pour in jail and arrest, so she see that freedom of speech. And the same way the church get religious freedom. So now because today she not a Christian, she ain't care about church. So the church freedom it ends. But the church freedom has just begun. But
Barak, you think those urban areas, you think people need to build church in residential area, churches, mosques? Even I can see mosques
built anywhere. Mosques can be built anywhere, right? Get it right. The earth is the law. Manasserin is a tenant on this earth. You can't be telling the owner of the property you're making noise. I pull you out of my house. Ellie is on mine now. Is becoming topsy-turvy, turning upside down. It doesn't make sense logically. When the earth is for God and the fullness thereof, and then the owner of the house now, you tenant, you hustle on, you go to the house. Then you're telling the man making noise, they'll throw you out. Man, I said also be thrown out. Mark my word.
Okay.
Except she repair openly. If she doesn't repair openly against reducing churches, church doesn't have the right to be all alley. Church can be built anywhere. I challenge anybody. Church can be built anywhere. But there are regulations that regulates the buildings and the constructions of buildings, right? You can't take a church and put it on an alley.
Okay.
If it is realized, investigated that the church is on an alley, it is fair in law because God is not a breaker of law. God will not have this in the order, the government, the order of the government. And you say you're serving God. No. God will not be conflicted into that. So if you put your church on the alley, if it is on the alley, investigated, and then even Winners Chapel, right? They broke our fence down. We didn't like it, but they talked to us that you are on the alley and the government want to do some job, and so we're going to have it clear off. The very person that was there, we agree that you have so that negotiation. You come to the people, you talk to them, they are him. If you convince them that they're on the alley, you can move the church from the alley. If it is a must, move it. But to go beyond, for me, I don't have a problem with that. If she said church will remove the alley, even if there's a alley, so don't leave that one. But if she says there's a need to reduce churches and that churches are small, no church is small.
No. But Barak, quickly, Madam Salif said you people have smaller churches, you can pay them overnight, and moreover, you're not part of the old order. Do you know the old order?
Yes, we have heard a lot about the old order.
But you say you're not part of them.
Yeah, we're not part of it. We can never be part of the old order. We have heard a lot about the old order. You know, Liberia is what we are today because of the old order. The old order is the surface style of leadership. Me, myself, and Steve from the nation travel to another country because you don't want to be investigated and restitute funds. Steve from the nation take it away, pretend that you are a Christian, and let a Christian vote for you when you retire from position, and then you come against them. Enter one women society group, and then you can do your ritual. So you're having yourself. So woman doesn't respect men. When men talk, woman yell at them, slap them. That's the old order. Join the Masano crowd, and then you put all kind of decoration on yourself to frighten people, perambulate the street, and claim to be all order that rubbish. Nothing.
Okay.
The whole order is not respected.
Okay,
so we are in a new order. The new order is the Jesus Christ era, and this new order we get radical Christian. You bring it physically, we'll give it to you physically. You bring it spiritually, we'll give it to you spiritually. We are prepared for endless spiritual, physical war.
Thank you.
As a Christian.
Thank you so kindly, Barry Sacco. Thank you. It's one of our guests. But let's take the other calls on the line. Good morning.
Yes, I see.
Yeah.
Morning.
Let's hear you, Mama. Morning.
That's my best. I want to add you. Master me. When you sat down to God, you saw the portrait that you bugger. That you want to enter in the city. That is so churches that Portugal will march, will go for him. Before you enter the 25 him. That today see so churches. Because you have destroyed the country. We can forgive. Or can forget. We want to no copy. We go back. That we go for him. We bring you the time. Because you want to start the place where he come for they come. That today see so churches. That here our water will coming from. That is social churches will coming from. We go mass, go backfire. The all the churches. Social work. We go that. That is here. They are all the flow. So God forgive me. That today. Then we can never forget you. Eddie, all right. You can't forget my
Okay.
You can't forget my we bring you. Yes. We can
but see, your challenge can be making noise. You can be embarrassing other people.
Yeah. Well, then they don't want making us go for her to start out to destroy it. We're not making us. But the job will pay us. We're making us.
Okay.
That's all that's when you hear me. Everybody get so far. You don't got Italian. That will be just Italian. You know, Italian. The people that will go for him. Because we have found the circle. And these are the people that's where we are coming from.
All right.
That's your brother. You can listen to it. You go ahead. Anything get any.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mom Bessie. Good morning.
Morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Mom, I said, you know, see what you said. Good morning to you. What you say? He said, because some of the churches, some of them mosques, the time and I'm boy, the daily precision. But I said, you are coming in power, you've been Queen Sheba. Bwaga come in power, he said, I will lay with the devil and be president. So that the devil is living with. But I said, you get 100% right to support Bwaga and I vice president. So they want to demolish Liberia. I don't do anything they want to. God will provide. We men are up. We serving, we're not serving 2 men. We serving only 1 man. If you say it depends on the devil more than God, let it continue.
Okay.
Let it do anything they want to. God will provide. God will show the true person in the country. God will. We're waiting for the time. God will. Thank you.
Thank you so kindly. Thank you. Let me come to this mail line on the other side. Yes. Good morning. Please. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Warrior.
Yeah, Chief, let's hear you.
My name is Kansika Zulu, and I call you from Kolaun District.
Okay.
Thank you for your show this morning, and let me speak to the pastor in studio. For me, I'm Muslim, but this thing is go by the religion because I see all your argument is wrong, and not only one side. So thank you for your show this morning, Pastor. Let me just tell you one thing. The former president I'm being Joseph Boakai before. I was president before.
Okay.
And so long I was former president the president before, which is Joseph Boakai. Dimo already entered Europe. Dimo already entered in the former president. Let me be bold to tell you. Look at our imam today. Our imam. The president meet our imam. Dimo Sini enter in our imam. They can't do anything straight now. Because the person that we today, the person that we get today, the president said that he can work with the devil. So any God-fearing person meet with our president. You already dancing with the devil.
But the former president said you can play your churches, your mosques in community where you make noise, embarrass other people, you pollute the air, and you also your mosque you can put speaker outside the mosque, you can get those speakers there, you can cause noise.
Yeah, let me tell you one thing. That we are serving in the mosque and in the church. I really want to complain because now when you come in for here, the big mosque that we're on the street, we get big church in front of it. Why we can't complain? With the Muslim people, why we can't complain? Because everybody get away of serving God. Nobody can restrict somebody. The only way, maybe sometimes you can get to the Christian. The pastor. He say, maybe sometimes when you're in the mosque. Maybe they play music loud, and the gospel music loud. You can go to them, you can't, you understand each other, you can't make a confusion. Even now, if we are here, why we pray right now? We get mosque there. We get church in front of it.
Okay.
And the people know the time we can pray. And they know, we know the time we can pray. So we all will schedule our time, and already implement, we are serving God. When social can read in the morning, you will not see anybody beating drum around us, or you will not see anybody playing instrument in the church. So after the prayer, they go they get a time to go and pray. So Nigeria looking at we the blessing, that we don't want to complain. And in that we don't want to go to the pastor or the Muslim who say, man, you can get up fast today, you start calling prayer like this, it will be embarrassing. So I'm begging your speaker, you can put it in the mosque, or you can even call a prayer. The Allah, they can embarrass people. It's easy, but you're not former president. Well, he herself, she herself, she know that when she was in power, she not bring any church down, she not bring any mosque down. That today because the demonic person that we have in our go visit all that, that she try to tell the church that how to get small church. Why you say small church?
Yeah, they get small church, small mosque.
You say go big.
Okay.
The mosque can start small before you go big.
Okay.
The church can start small before you go big.
Thank you, Chief.
Yeah, so thank you.
Morning. Thank you so kindly. Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, let's hear you.
This is Kuku from Kawa.
Okay, Kuku.
Really, when it Omar said about the churches, I myself was talking with you about both Christians. But those churches are created. We just creating a church for commercial interest. Because we see the impact of the church that is preaching. Let's say the demon in the country.
Go.
Or the preaching 24 hours. Yeah.
You going to church?
and you go to church.
So that money that commercial chair you get.
I consider every church.
So you don't pay offering, you don't pay tithe, you just go to church.
And you pay all the money commercial because
but what will you call commercial now?
Anything and the devil just going over there in the country. They customer service saying now over there, we know how to do it. Every day, all the things are going. Then they also call the case for the country to improve. Let me in the community in where more than 72 churches here.
So let me ask you now. You say your community, Coco.
Yeah.
You say your community get plenty of churches. The people in the community that get a house, they can bring complaint. Say you're disturbing them.
Neighborhood, not a community, but only neighborhood.
I mean, they can complain. Say you're disturbing them Sunday or Wednesday.
They can disturb, but what to do with you? You look at that.
Okay. That will be long. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Israel.
Morning, Mandela.
Yeah, this is Mandela calling from the Oro.
Okay, I'm coming first, Mandela. Before you talk, I know you've been around a very long time. I've seen you. I know you've been around. But Madam Salif is saying, you know, they need to regulate these churches because some of them they build them places they're not supposed to build them. The noise, they infringe on the rights of other people. You know, and these are problems and what have you. What do you look at? What do you say about that?
Israel, the whole thing that I look, let me tell you, that man of God said this about the encourage the congregation to even go for it. Because when they walk into power, one more, everything to power. She they want to get to the cause the bosses, the told so preacher, they start preaching the bosses.
Yeah, he said
she start school. She took power for in school. She made no power teaching in school, and made the generation of the generation of this time. Madam Sedita today, they don't know Jesus because no way. Then the men of God will say, "Look at me. This woman here, these people, they are people." She talk about all other because now they are society, Masonic club, and churches and things. Man, how many times people are not living in forest? They say it should be built in residential area. Where someone is supposed to offer land to them say build God's house because you're looking for blessing. But they shouldn't build there. They should also build a church in the residential area because there where people are not animal there, they must carry in the forest and go build there. So I see no sense in nothing that she's talking about. But this woman here, our people then, the men of God in this country, they are now wise. They are the council of churches over there. Why they say? But when I talk for their better, yes, they're up and down talking. Can you imagine? So what God can just look at people who call themselves men of God in this town. You know me? They sit down, they will go and push a political thing on the topic that somebody must vote for Baka or vote for any encouraging people. But yet then now when things come, when the church is being affected, they will not stand up to talk. But so I disappointed in the man. What you call this morning to
man,
yeah.
They concerning this issue, only the men of God are talking about it. I have not heard the council of churches saying no. From former President Sali can say that. So, but I noticed some residential area when they put build their houses, those Muslim people, they can build mosques there. Estezo, they can put mosques there and they go worship the Allah. But the old man saying it can make noise, you know, places people, some people do not let them go to church, you know, you're playing music in your chair, you're praise and worship, then you're praying to Allah, then the speaker also. She said that kind of thing, then you need to bring it down. Because like, you can just pay your chair over there. Stop it.
Yeah, because a woman here that quit the post, she brought Queen Siba here. Before I tried the election, she brought Queen Siba queen of the post. That spirit, that demon spirit that is inside Ellie. So she stayed the church business. That when she cleared the power, she moved power for his post, she moved preaching. So that people can know Jesus. You hear me? And those things, so to say, hey, how can she say, yes, also build church in residential areas. Because they are the people who go to the church. They're not animals, they're not carrying in the forest.
Okay.
The council of churches, as I said, they are better doing people. There are people, they are my son, they put in that place.
Okay. Mandela, thank you. She slipped up the line. Thank you so kindly. And Philip W. Barron Jr., I don't know where you think the man of God disrespected the president because he's trying to be vocal, but he will respond to that later. I want to have people like you on the show, Barron, so you can come and tell us. Let's take this question. Good morning.
Good morning, Israel.
Yeah.
This is mine.
Okay, Martin. Let's see.
Israel, how everything.
We thank God.
Israel, that woman. That her ways. That woman what brought war in the country. Who brought Queen of Sheba? Who finished living her life? Who made people children die? People family die. That her say she coming to control people here about churches. That woman I know God. That woman I know God. I want to jail her in a place. When she came, she said them up with the mansion she was going to pay it. She paid it today. That Mr. Lion man there. She bail it. She bail it. She who? What is Congo Liberia people when they come, then they can be doing all kinds of things to people here who get a place here. Where's she coming from? Because they feel they just back and help me. She can't tell all kinds of things down here.
But she said, Mom, yeah. Some places you can build your churches, you can embarrass other citizens in the community. It's not correct.
It get away for you to call the citizens and tell them to call the pastor and the man to tell them, say, they think you're doing this and that. Oh, yeah. But I want to tell Jesse Baka, she ain't like you. Say she told you one day, she said you're not going to be president. So you mama and go bring the people churches. She want for you to spoil your thing. Let me tell her now. Who is that woman that says she thinks she who? Who she thinks she call herself by the way? That woman can really make me dance for what excuse for expression before she can't tell the people that kind of thing there.
Okay.
See who? She looking get at that thing. She won't come something. Thinking she won't come on about church and this and that.
Okay.
Now why she bring Queen of Sheba for? She know that all that bad luck that it going to work with all money she get. She really take all money she get. She go big out of the country and things for what we think. Which she can't tell or what we want. Yeah. The next club that she gets here, the next club and the drugs what she or son used to smoke. All that one is different from the church.
Okay.
Satan woman.
Thank you. Man. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah. You got to call out your radio. You are getting the response from them.
Yes, I call from Bokonjile. This Jerome Bigger officer.
Okay, Jerome.
Thank you, Israel. Oh, the last time I listened to my hearing, condemning our churches, calling small churches in the community. But I believe we can stand anywhere you call God answer you. Helen came in this country, she brought Queen Sheba and declared our country a socialist country where anybody can worship the way they feel the worship. You let you bring the God you want to bring to worship. But now today I'm surprised that the council of churches are sitting down. They are not coming out to rebuke her statement. The two leading religions we have in this country, Muslims and Christians, we are expecting them now to come up with a statement in this nation to condemn her statement, to condemn her act, the way she condemning us. We've been existing, we coexist, the era we live is the most of the in the center part of the town. They call the president in Bokonjile. Government can to be precise. There is us. More than in the center part of the town. 5 o'clock, the people made a call. 5 o'clock, we go to our churches, we play our instruments, everybody go and worship there. We coexist. Where is the essence of that coming on? So is the devil that Boga decided to dance with now? And we want for everyone also to dance with the one devil. We want forever to dance with the devil because they are collaborating now. They want forever to dance with the devil. But we are looking at that to reach them to come up with a statement to condemn their art.
Okay.
If they will not be driven by money, if they don't be carried away by money, if Brian will not carry them to keep them silent. Because it is time.
great churches, the big churches you see today, if you look at the history, they started small until they become big. So you can't say a small churches in a community can never contain God. People. I listen to a man saying, and people are doing it for profit making, and you say you're Christian, but you're condemning your religion. You try to dance with other people. That person, I've realized, when I listen to him, he's just a fake Christian. He doesn't really understand. So I'm called to say, thank you.
Thank you so kindly. We're just running out of time. But man of God, let's hear you. One of the callers said she's disappointed.
Yeah.
Woman said she's disappointed in you because you say you encourage your congregation to vote for Madam Salif. What was you thinking that she will one day make such a statement? You saw something in her that for which you encourage your people to vote for her? Medical, are you there? Oh, don't know what is happening to. Okay.
She shouldn't be disappointed in me because even though I'm a man of God, but I have the right to vote.
Okay.
Are you hearing me? Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can hear me?
Yeah, it gets the signal. Just go ahead.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you, man of God. Go ahead. Well, the signal is a bit dropping. But Chris Slebo said he said that from Kenya, he said there is regulations and laws where and how to build your church. Yeah, in Kenya, before you build church or entertainment, there must be is approved and city council regulation. Patrick, are you there?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead now. The signal dropping. Go ahead.
Yeah, she shouldn't be disappointed in me because even though I'm a pastor, but I have a right. I'm speaking. Even though I'm a pastor, can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I said even though I'm a pastor,
yeah,
but I have the. Hello.
Yeah, you got to change your position where you are.
The leader shouldn't be disappointed in me because even though I used to hold in high esteem, but coming back to can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we having problem with your line.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Okay. Well, his line is a bit breaking in.
You can hear me now?
Let me read some of the comments. You make some adjustment because we just out of time. Cyrus Jackson said the church is not a secret society for its activity to be done in secret. Okay. That David said, young man, you can't be a church anywhere. Go and buy your land and build. I come down here. Big brother Stephen Slass said, but it is the government who has the power to survey land and not an individual person. The surveyor knows better, but allows people to buy land on the alley. Why should the people be blamed now and suffer it? John Flammer Williams said, I'm totally disappointed in the former president's statement. She doesn't love this country, but their fruits, we shall know them. Let me come down. Yes. Jane said, "My Elaine, you're living in the fruits of what you sow. Please allow our ears and eyes to rest. Our eyes and ears to rest from you. Do your dudes in the background where you have always operated from. Don't change now." Okay. Chris Slebo said, "You build a church in residential place, but with soundproofed." Okay. Let me, come. Okay, let me see. Man of God, are you there? Quickly, because you want to go. Pastor Rich, are you there?
Yeah, I've changed my location. You can hear me?
So let's get you. Let's get you quickly now. We're just out of time. We got to go.
You can hear? I'm here. I'm listening.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's get your part.
And I have right to voting. I have right to voting right. Okay. What I want to say to Madam Ellie Johnson Sirleaf, Madam Ellie, that statement that you made is not right. So I'm asking you, on behalf of the church and the body of Christ in this nation, to rebuke that statement. I'm telling you to rebuke that statement because you have done evil. Liberia is a nation that is built on a Christian principles. We have right to every religion practice in this nation. Okay. I can tell you, you cannot stop the owner of the land of the church. You can't stop him from putting church where church should be. You are not the final authority. Only God can determine where church should be established. So please rebuke that statement. Please and again, please. Thank you to all Liberia. I love you and I will stand for you at every time. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you so kindly, Pastor Patrick. Thank you so kindly for being.
Thank you, Israel.
Okay. Talk about. I was just slipping a few comments, so I go. To some time, even though we're late. But let me read a few comments. Where was you when the former president said he would dance with the devil? You was not living in Liberia at that time, Pastor. Let's be straight radio. Something happening. We got to go. Yeah, I just want to see what is coming up right here. Big brother Kevin Soko said, many thanks to the studio guests and men of God for speaking out today. Keep praising God in your church. 2029, the same government trying to break your church will come to your church to campaign for votes. Emmanuel A. Pin writes, from my careful observation, I understand that Liberia is a Christian nation. Furthermore, building churches and mosques in various communities in Liberia is normal lifestyle of our living condition. Why? Because it is our belief and the people of Liberia. Various churches are very quick to adjust or adopt to the lifestyle of having churches and mosques in the community because parents feel with those infrastructure in the community that children and the community will be saved and will be trained in the right direction without violent or barbaric behavior. Kevin said the church belongs in the community. As the Zogos drugs prosecution will take over. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf dancing with the devil now. Okay. Well, I got to go. Too bad. I just wish that I read all of your comments, but there's another show coming up, and you will have the opportunity to call on that show, and then you can participate. All right, and then you can participate. So I gotta go. Yeah. So that's how we go home. Let me say thanks to all of you who have been a part of the program to talk about it. on Kings 88.5. I'm hoping on Sunday on Inside Christendom, we'll have some pastors maybe on the show, and let's talk about this thing and talk about the issue of the Salif government removing Bible from the school. We'll talk about that on Sunday on Inside Christendom. Thanks to all of you. I'm taking a break. I'll be back, God's willing, next week. Let's say a very big thank you. Let's say a very big thank you and happy pre-birthday to my friend and brother Vincent Darcy. Tomorrow is your birthday. God bless you. Bye-bye.